Finally, the British Museum celebrates some of the country's greatest archaeologists, the likes of Howard Carter, Edith Pretty and Kathleen Kenyon. Well, to that illustrious list of names, we can now add 12-year-old Evie Hinton and her 10-year-old sister, Georgia. They discovered a brooch on a scout dig in Leicestershire, and it turned out to be 1,500 years old. Today, they're at the museum for a VIP tour and to receive a very well-deserved archaeology badge. Louise Scott went to meet them.
OK, so we know it's round about there.
This was the moment sisters Georgia and Evie struck gold. Well, copper to be exact. Little did they know digging on their campsite would lead to a 6th century treasure. So they were special guests at the British Museum today as they brought the now Scouts-owned brooch to the experts.
So the nearest one we have in the British Museum is this one here, and the person who wore it would have probably had it as a cloak fastener, so it wouldn't have been jewellery, and this one will have been gilded, but the gold's worn off a little bit. You see where it's a bit shiny.
Who do you think would have worn this?
Well, it would be somebody with a bit of money, because something like this would have cost money to make.
And it was the first thing we found.
The first thing? Wow, that's amazing.
The Anglo-Saxon brooch was authenticated by an archaeological expert after there was concern that it could have been a replica.
The latching on the back there, it looks quite modern. Could you tell us a bit more about that, please?
That was something that raised concerns with us as well, because it is quite thick. But fittings like this are used during the period. You've got 2 lugs that would have supported the pin going through, and the pin on your one would have been iron. Luckily, yours is quite corroded, the iron, which is a good indication it's been in the ground for some time.
I can't think of 2 more deserving people that would get that badge. I hope you wear it with pride.
And there was an extra surprise as they received their archaeological badges.
Well done, Georgia and Evie, for being so eagle-eyed and spotting this historic artefact.
I was so surprised. Then I saw it was Bear Grylls. I was so happy.
Yeah, it was absolutely surprising and brilliant. Never dreamt of anything like that happening.
It's quite the turn of events, from initially thinking they'd found a tent peg to holding a piece of history, all in the name of a Scout badge. Louise Scott, ITV News, London.
Yeah, move over Indiana Jones. Tom